So again, Stephen Bailey on the 1, Steve King on the
Less
2,
than 5.
Brad Frericks on the 3, Chuck Wilson 4, Rob Nichols 5, and Brandon Dietrich on the 6. Looks like we have a grid. We have our turn marshals ready. This is Mini B Brushed, Heat 1 of 3. Race number 3, round 2. Marshals ready. Drivers ready. You're going to go on the sound of the tone. Oh, and they all pile up in the first corner. Who's going to get out of this first? I think it is Stephen Bailey out first. Yes, it is, followed by Brad and Steve King. Then Chuck Wilson, Brandon, and Rob. Big pile on the table still. They are still trying to occupy the same space. It does not work. Things have stretched out a little bit. Maybe we'll get a breather. Looks like Steve King gets around Brad. That's still Stephen Bailey out front. Steve King second. It's Chuck Wilson third. Then Brandon, Brad, and Rob. Leader tumbles in the middle. All right, let's see how they work out here. Things have changed. It is Steve King out front. Brandon Dietrich second. Stephen Bailey third now. Looks like it's going to be Brad into fourth. Rob right behind him, and then Chuck right behind him. Everybody's still on the lead lap. Steve King, your leader, in the yellow buggy going around the sweeper. Brandon Dietrich in the blue buggy. No, sorry, backwards. Steve in the blue buggy, Brandon in the yellow buggy. Got him backwards. Steve in the blue buggy going around the sweeper, under the sweeper, over the sweeper, with Brandon in the yellow and right behind him. We are coming up on the 2-minute mark. Watch it. It's still Steve, Brandon, and Steve. That's your running order. Steve King, Brandon Dietrich, and Stephen Bailey. Brandon Dietrich currently with fast lap of a 13.4. He is 2.5 seconds behind Steve King. Stephen Bailey is 7 seconds behind Brandon Dietrich. Rob Nichols is 5 seconds behind Stephen Bailey. Brad is 3 seconds back from Rob, and Chuck is 3 seconds back from Brad. Where he was, till that just changed. Steve King currently at a 21.506. His current qualifier is a 21.503. He needs to get ahead of Brandon by Brandon right now has that number 6 qualifying position with a 21.501. Steve needs to knock 5 seconds out of this run in the next 2 minutes. Probably 6.66. 18 cars. Nice round numbers. So. 6.66. Yeah. That just means I need to turn a 23. At least something more than 3. Okay, guys, coming up on the 1-minute mark. Or 1 to go. Coming up on 1 to go.
Have you tried the servo saver that the scale, whatever that guy he is? I never usually hit anything in the stock car. Usually that hard.
1 minute left.
Okay, 1 minute to go. Brandon Dietrich now out front on a 21.507. Steve back to a 21.511 pace. Right now, the only one improving on this one is Stephen Bailey. He's bumping up 1 spot from 14th to 13th in the round. Thirty seconds to go.
left.
Brandon is up to a 21.504. Like I said before, Steve King literally bought this car at about 6 o'clock, 5:30, and threw it on the track for stock class. So
15 seconds left.
Car's about as green as you can get. Hasn't even had time to break in the motor. This is break-in right now.
Stephen Bailey done with
Time has expired. When you cross the line, you're done. Brandon is done with a 21.503. Stephen Bailey is done.
Lap 503.1 result.
Brad and Rob are done battling for that fourth position as they cross.
Done with a 18 lap 5.
Brandon, everybody is done. Brandon with a 21.503. Steve with a 21.511. Stephen Bailey with a 19.502 bumps himself up a couple positions in the qualifying.
All drivers are finished.